everyone, and welcome to NonniReads. Tonight, we're coming to you from Heard County Elementary School. These boys and girls that are here to hear a bedtime story. Turn around and say hi.
Hi.
Okay, tonight our bedtime story is The Hello Goodbye Window. Have any of you ever heard of that book before?
No.
Oh. How many of you have grandparents? You do? Well, this book is about someone that goes to visit their grandparents, and they have a hello goodbye window. Oh, and by the way, boys and girls, check out who's here with us. Clifford the big red dog, here for a bedtime story.
Yeah, we're best friends.
Okay, here we go. Hello goodbye window. Nana and Poppy live in a big house in the middle of town. There's a brick path that goes to the back porch, but before you get there, you pass right by the kitchen window. That's the hello goodbye window. It looks like a regular window, but it's not.
What's the matter with the window?
What's the question?
What's the matter with the window?
I don't know. Let's read and see. The kitchen is where Nana and Poppy are most of the time, so you can climb up on the flour barrel and tap on the window. Then duck down and they won't know who did it. Or you can press your face against the glass and frighten them. If they're not in the kitchen, you can't do any of those things, and you have to wait until next time. If they see you first, they wave and make silly faces. Sometimes Nana peekaboos me, which always makes me laugh. So I get a lot of extra fun and hellos before I even get inside.
Yep.
Can you think of a funny face that a grandma or a grandpa might make to you? Yeah, that is pretty funny. You got one? What would it be? Oh, that's a good one. Just look at the kitchen. It's so big. It has a table you can color on and lots of drawers to take stuff out of and play with. But you can't touch anything under the sink. You could get sick. Does that sound familiar?
Yep.
Do any of you ever get things out of the cabinets to play with them like pots and pans?
No.
You've never done that when you were a little kid?
No. Yes.
Oh, I'm going to tell you a secret. Ask your grandparents the next time you go visit them if you can use their pots and pans to make music. They might let you. I think that's what she was doing. Have they ever told you don't go under the sink because you might get sick?
It's because they like.
What's under there?
I play music with glasses.
Oh, glasses. Ooh, that's another thing. You have to be careful with that, though. What's under that sink that might make you sick, though?
All the pipes and stuff.
What do you think?
The cleaning things under there.
The cleaning things, that's
cascade
right.
from
So
the
let's see what else is going on. There are shelves full of glass jars with lots of everything in them. A step stool so I can wash my hands, and all kinds of pictures from the olden days. Nana says she even used to give me a bath in the sink when I was little. Really?
What?
Do any of you have any baby pictures of yourself having a bath in the sink?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, look, Clifford got a bath in the sink when he was little.
A lot.
You have a lot?
I think he got in the bathtub because he could play.
Sometimes Poppy plays his harmonica for me. Have you ever heard of a harmonica?
Yes.
Show me what that looks like. Where do you put a harmonica? There you
On the
go,
ground.
up there. He can only play one song, Oh Susanna, but he can play it a lot of different ways. He can play it slow or fast. Have any of you ever heard of that song? Does Mr. ask you do that with you?
No.
Oh Susanna?
We just
Oh,
want
Susanna.
music.
Say it again.
We just want music.
Okay. Or he can play it sitting down or standing up. He says he can even play it and drink a glass of water at the same time. But I've never seen him do that. How many of you think he could? Let's see, what does it say he can do? He says he can even play it and drink a glass of water at the same time. That seems impossible, doesn't
Oh,
it?
you can do it. You can hold one with the
Harmonica, you can pour the water in it and it'll just go through because your air goes through.
Woo, that would tickle, I think. Okay. When I stay over, we have our supper in the kitchen too. And when it's dark outside, we can look at our reflections in the window. It works just like a mirror, except it's not in the bathroom. And it looks like we're outside looking in. come right in and have your dinner. And I say, but I'm here with you, Poppy. And then he looks at me in his funny way. Just before I go to bed, Nana turns off all the lights and we stand by the window and say goodnight to the stars. Do you know how many stars there are?
10,000.
Do you? You think there's 10,000? What's another number?
A trillion.
A trillion?
3 billion.
Well, you can never know how many stars there are because you've not seen the whole universe. It might never end. So
Okay, well,
it might never.
if you have a number on the count of 3, just say the number. 1, 2, 3. That's a lot. But listen to what she said. Neither do I, but she knows them all. That's saying she doesn't know how many stars, does she?
No.
She doesn't know how many. In the morning, the first place we go is back to the kitchen, and there's the window waiting for us. What is the window?
The goodbye.
Hello, goodbye window. You can look out and say good morning to the garden or see if it's going to rain or be nice. And you can see if the dog next door is doing stuff in Nana's flower bed. She hates that. What kind of stuff could he be doing in the flower bed? I think so. Smashing them up. Would that be Clifford? You think Clifford gets in Nana's flower bed? Sometimes Poppy says in a real loud voice, "Hello, world! What have you got for us today?" Guess what? Nobody ever answers, but he doesn't care. Poppy says breakfast. Poppy makes breakfast. He says it's his specialty. What do you think it would be?
Don't know.
At our house, because I am Nonnie and my husband is Poppy, his specialty is pancakes. Pancakes. Let's see what this Poppy's is. My favorite is oatmeal with bananas and raisins that you can't see because he hides them down inside. Does anybody like oatmeal?
Yeah.
When I get dressed, I help Nana in the garden. It's a very nice garden, but there's a tiger who lives behind the big bush in the back, so I don't ever go there. You think it's a cat?
Yeah.
Not really a tiger? She's got a good what? Imagination. She does.
Tigers don't eat.
I ride my bike too. Not in the street, please. Or collect sticks and acorns. Not in the house, please. Or just kick my ball around. Sometimes when it's hot, Poppy chases me with the hose and I yell, "Stop it, Poppy, stop it!" Have you ever been sprayed with a water hose before?
Yeah.
Did you yell, "Stop it, stop it"?
No. I'm not afraid
When
of
he
water.
does, I ask him to do it again. Nana just shakes her head. When I get tired, I come in and take a nap, and nothing happens until I get up. How many of you like to take naps?
Not me. I don't like to.
Then sometimes I just sit by the hello goodbye window and watch. Nana says it's a magic window and anybody can come along when you least expect it. Tyrannosaurus Rex, he's extinct, so he doesn't come around much. The pizza delivery guy, pepperoni and cheese, he knows that's my favorite. The Queen of England. Nana is English, you know, so the Queen likes to come to tea. They all could come, and a lot more if they want. And if they do, I'll see them first, because why?
You're sitting at the window and I
What is that window?
The magic window.
Hello, goodbye window. Mommy and Daddy pick me up after work. I'm glad because I know we're going home. But it makes me sad too because I have to leave Nana and Poppy. You can be happy and sad at the same time, you know.
It's called bittersweet.
Did you know that? What is it called?
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. You're happy and sad at the same time. Has that ever happened to any of you?
No.
It's happened to me. It just happens that way sometimes. When we leave, we always stop at the window to blow kisses goodbye.
Ew.
You know what blow a kiss is. You just blow a kiss to somebody only one hello goodbye window, and it's right where you need it.
What window?
When I get my own house someday, I'm gonna have a special hello goodbye window too. By that time, I might be a Nana myself. I don't know who the Poppy will be, but I hope he can play the harmonica. That is the hello goodbye window. Guess what, boys and girls? I am gonna say goodnight to some very special people, and when I get finished, then you get to turn around, and when I say 3, you get to say goodnight to somebody special, okay? So right now, I want to say good night, Reagan. Good night, Theo. Good night, Harlan. Nonnie loves you. Boys and girls, now it's your turn. 1, 2, 3.
Good night.